Well, coronavirus pandemic has changed the rhythm of our life. You know, so many changes we have seen in the past couple of months because of this pandemic. From the lifestyle to to our job, from everything. We are going through a massive change, and yes, to some extent, these changes are good for us, and to some extent, these changes are not so much good enough because we are only adapting these changes, probably. So, what are the positive changes from this pandemic? The first and foremost changes what we have seen is that the changes in mindset. The changes in mindset, it has not changed only in the minds of the political leaders or the government high ups, but the perception among common people on different issues has also been changing. For instance, we actually didn't know how much important is it on the research of health related works, because our investment in uh, health related issues or to health professionals are so much small, a little investment, and almost all the countries are almost all the countries are investing millions and millions of dollars in different military issues in different war-torn countries, and they are investing their monies. That is a big chunk of their budget always goes to defense sector. Okay, I'm not trashing the importance of defense, but what I am trying to tell you that that is not the everything. Well, defense is good for a country. Defense is necessary for a country, but it is to some extent. You should not invest in uh, defense related issues or in military issues, ignoring investment in health related or other basic necessaries. For this reason, whatever we have seen after this pandemic, that how global leaders always ignored the investment in health related issues in health sector, public health sector. And if we consider in our country, the situation is almost same. Our investment or our expenditure in health sector, public health sector, is less than 5% of GDP. It is quite little in terms of the total pie of the budget. So I think the global leaders or political leaders will now think about investing more monies in defense, in research, and in health related issues, and this will definitely help us to arrest such pandemic in future. Now the second point what I am trying to tell you is that the people will now give some concentration. They will shift their mindset from industrialization to saving our planet from the massive climate change, which is so much imminent, because some part of the world are now experiencing the negative impact of climate change, and in near future, a large part of the world will go underwater because of climate change. And why this climate change is taking place, the reason behind this is that we're giving so much importance on industrialization, ignoring the farming sector, ignoring the agricultural sector, and the developed countries are emitting carbon so imprudently. These are the factors behind the increase in global temperature. And in near future, almost all the countries of the world will face the negative impact of climate change. And in this pandemic, that every citizens are now thinking about the every citizen is now thinking about the global warming, which is quite imminent, and how we will face this disaster in future. So I think that that is also a good point for us, because people are now thinking about at least giving some concentration, giving some attention in the global warming issues. And finally, that we have come so much concerted in this pandemic, because no country is now immune from, totally immune from this pandemic. For this reason, we have seen that concerted global effort in this pandemic, and each and every countries of the world are now facing these challenges in a concerted effort. And for this reason, we have seen that there are not much so much so much scuffle between the Western countries and the Middle East countries, especially Iraq, Iran, or Afghanistan. Because everyone is now thinking about how to face the imminent challenges right now. So these are the positive things of this pandemic. On the flip side, we have seen hundreds of negative things. For instance, people are losing jobs not only in the developed countries like United States, or Italy, or Spain or French, but also in Middle East countries, in underdeveloped countries. So all the countries are now facing the unemployment challenges. So that is the big issues right now. And people who are the daily earner, they are the worst sufferer, because we know that they only earn a scanty amount of money, which is not enough to save. For this reason, they are suffering a lot right now. So that is the issue. Another one is everyone is now like at home arrest. Everyone has to live under the rooftop. They are not being allowed to go outside or doing some necessary things right now. For instance, I'm not going to my home in this Eid holidays, and perhaps it is the first time in my life that I'm not celebrating Eid holidays with my family. So it is some excruciating. It is somewhat excruciating, because I'm not being able to see my family members, to see my parents, or outing with my friends. And I'm not being able to say my Eid prayers in this season. So this is sorrowful, somewhat sorrowful. But what we expect right now, that since government has imposed a strict lockdown right now, so we will all be able to contain the virus very soon, and our normalcy will resume very soon, and we will be able to celebrate the next Eid al-Adha, which is about couple of months away, and we will be able to celebrate that Eid. And until then, the normalcy will resume.